Hi, my gorgeous beauties. Now today I'm recreating this look, which is the look I wore on my latest monthly favorites video, and I had so many people ask me for a tutorial, so I thought, I'll do it because it's a really pretty, I'm checking to make sure I'm in focus. It's what I like to call like a wearable daytime look because it's not too dark, yet it's a little sultry, perfect for if you want to amp things up for during the day and you don't want to be so natural, which I am most of the time. This I think is a great look, and it is using my Naked 3 palette, which I have had some requests to use it a bit more, so I'm trying to incorporate it in videos. But yeah, it's a really pretty natural, like daytime smoky. It's a little plummy, a little bronzy, a nude pink lip, pretty neutral on the lip, and a little glowy from the highlighter. And yeah, that's about it. The eyebrows are already on just because that's the thing that takes the longest. But aside from that, this is the finished look. Hope you enjoy, and without further ado, let's get into it. Now, as always, I'm going to start off with my eyes. I'm going to just prime them with some of my Too Faced Shadow Insurance. Just pop a little bit on each eye, and then just rub it in with my finger. For a base, I'm using this number 7 Stay Perfect Smoothing Eyeshadow in the color, where's it called? Bronze, which is a beautiful bronze taupe color. This is one of my favorite cream shadows. And I love the formula. I think this is a great product. I want to get some more of these. Just going to pop that onto my lid, and then I'm going to blend that out just using any kind of like stiff dome brush. I'm going to use this one by Sonia Kashuk. It's just literally, there's no name on it, but it's like a stiff dome brush. And I'm just going to blend that out. Now for my shadows, I'm using my Naked 3 palette, and I'm going in with the color Liar right over here, sorry. And I'm going to just pop that all over the lid, just using a flat shader brush, large shader E60 from Sigma. Using an E25, I believe, yes, an E25, I'm actually, no. Using an E35, I always get those two confused. I'm going to go in with the color Nooner right over here, and this is going to be my transition shade, the shade that I blend everything out in the crease with. Then going in with the E25, right? Yes. And going in with the color Factory, which is slightly darker than, what's actually quite a bit darker than the Liar. And I'm going to place that on the outer, I would say the outer third of the lid. I'm just going to pat that on until I get the intensity that I'm looking for, and then I'll blend it all out. And I'm just going back in with that E35 with whatever's left over from the Nooner, and just buff out the crease so that there are no harsh edges. And then I also take it and just blend that right over the top, so that there's no sort of half one color, half another. And I don't really mind that the colors start to blend a little, because that's the beauty of a smoky eye. It's kind of like that blown out smoke where it's not like so perfect, like the half really is one color, half of another. I kind of like it that it's all kind of blown out. So I'm just going to blend to my heart's content, or until I get this to how I like it. And that's really about all I'm going to do as far as shadows, because I don't want this to take too long, because it is a daytime smoky eye. So I want this to be quick and effortless. And I also tend to think that when it comes to a smoky eye, the less you do, the better it looks. So I'm going to highlight the inner quarter by using, this color Burnout in a small eyeshadow brush. I'm going to pop that into the inner corner, and I'm just going to actually bring it up a little tiny bit. And then for under the brow bone, I'm going to go in with this color Stranger right over here, which is a matte creamy color. I'm going to apply some liquid liner, and I'm using my Trooper from Kat Von D, right? The Kat Von D tattoo liner in Trooper. And you guys know I always start by making my wing, and then I just drag it in. And I'm just going with using a a makeup remover wipe. Just go right under it and make that line super sharp and clean up any excess fallout. I'm just going to curl my lashes because I don't want to wear any false lashes because it is daytime. So I'm just going to give them a good curl. And I'm just going to pump them up with some mascara. The first mascara I'm using is the CoverGirl Flamed Out Mascara. This makes my lashes look really long. It doesn't make them look super thick, but that's why I'm going to go in with a different mascara. But I'm just going to do one coat of this. And then I'm going to do a couple of coats of my falsies. Maybelline The Rocket. Losing it today. Okay, and now before we go and finish the lower lash line, let's back up and do the rest of the face. Now I've already moisturized really well using my Olay All Day Complete moisturizer. And then the next thing I'm going to go in is my primer. And the primer I'm using is my Laura Mercier Radiance Primer. I'm just going to actually use like a paddle brush. This is just a foundation brush from Sigma. I've been using a brush lately to apply my primer. I'm just going to put that right into places where I want a little extra luminosity. Basically, I put it kind of everywhere, but I really focus on this area here, which is where my pores are, because I wanted to fill in my pores. And right around the nose, and a little bit on the forehead. Going in with my Armani corrector right under the eyes. And you guys know I like to blend this in using my fingers. I just feel like the color is more opaque and it just looks better. So I'm just going to pat that in. For foundation, I am using the L'Oreal Visible Lift Blur Foundation. And the color I have it in is 210 Sun Beige. This was the one that matched me the best. It's a smidge too dark, but the other ones were way too light and they were way too pink, so we are gonna have to just make this work. Now this is a pretty thick foundation and it's pretty good coverage, so a little goes a long way, and I'm gonna buff it all in using my Real Techniques buffing brush. I'm gonna use the Visible Lift Blur Concealer, and this is in the color medium. Kind of obsessed with this concealer, I won't even lie. Oh, the texture of this, the consistency of this is awesome. And it's also a really good color. And I'm just going to use the same brush to buff it into the skin. I'm going to use my MAC Prep and Prime Press Powder to set my concealer with my little Laura Geller brush. And just very briefly, I am going to set everything with my Laura Mercier Translucent Powder. Just on a big fluffy brush, just to make everything sort of stay on all day, take away any shine, because I'm going to be outside, and that's going to add plenty of shine considering it is hot. And I'm also going to have this makeup on for a long day because I am going to New York again today, and we're actually staying there for a week to work on a project. So I want it to look good from this morning to when I go to bed at night. Tonight. So by setting it all in place, definitely makes longevity go a lot further. And then for bronzer, I am going to use my Bobbi Brown bronzer in Golden Light, and using this Sephora brush, I'm going to wait till you see how pigmented this is. I hope you can see. And I'm barely touching my brush because it's like super pigmented, and the payoff is beautiful. For blush, I am using Flower Child from Becca Cosmetics. I love this. And just on my Makeup Forever brush. Blending everything together with my big Equal Tools brush. For highlighter, I am using my Bobbi Brown Highlight in Beige and my Sigma Highlighter F35. Oh, this is amazing. Right down the nose. And now before I set everything using my setting spray, I just want to smoke out the bottom lash line ever so lightly. I'm going to line my lower lash line, not my waterline, with my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil in Underground. And then to slightly smoke it out, I'm going in with a pencil brush from Real Techniques in the color Factory. Just put that on the tip, and then just smoke, run it under there, and blend it out. And I'm just going to set everything with my setting spray. Let that all dry and sink into the skin. And as that dries, let's move on to lips. I am going to fill in my whole lip using my Revlon Color Stay lip liner in Rose. Just going to outline a little bit using my Spice lip liner from MAC. Kind of blend that harsh line out, use my finger. And then I'm going to go in with the color Retsina from Bite Beauty. And that is the finished look. I love everything about this look. It's slightly smoky, yeah, it's totally wearable for daytime. The nude, like pinky lip is totally up my alley, and I didn't top it with any gloss. It's just a regular, it's a natural shine from the Bite Beauty lipstick, the Luminous Cream lipstick in Retsina. But I love it, and I'm so happy that so many of you requested this look because I secretly kind of wanted to do it, and so I'm happy you wanted to see it. I did get my hair done. Like I said in the video, I was going to get my hair done the next day, and I went, so my hair is like so black and so shiny, and I love it. And a lot of people ask what I ask for my hair when I get it cut, so I just can tell you really quickly, but I wanted to back up so you can see the length. It's now up to about here, and I just I'm backing a little up, come in a little bit. I just ask her, she knows me so well. I go to Raziri's in Washington Township and in the South Jersey area, and I ask her for I haven't been cutting my layers at all. This time I didn't even ask her to cut my hair. I just told her to just keep the length, and then I don't know what the color she uses because she knows the color. But normally what I ask for is just long layers throughout and no blunt cuts. Everything just has to be very piecey, and that's really it. But anyway, this is the finished look. I hope that you have enjoyed. I will list everything that I've used down below. Wish me luck for this upcoming week. I'm excited yet nervous, and I can't wait to share with you. And hope you have enjoyed spending time with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye!